After 11 seasons, a new champion was crowned in the AFC East. Now what's in store for the division in 2021? Hey guys, Diggs Report here, back to you with another video, and this is the start of the off-season previews. Free agency is in less than a month, so I'm going to go through every single team, break it down division by division, talk about top needs, the top free agent, salary cap, and their top draft pick. Let's jump right in with the AFC East and the Buffalo Bills. Now the Buffalo Bills got so close to the Super Bowl, they got to the conference championship, but they just couldn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs. But they are the favorites to win the AFC East again. They just gotta fill in some more holes, and they might be the next team to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. They got so close. Can they get there in 2021? Biggest problem with the Bills right now is their salary cap position. They're not in a great salary cap. Depending on what the salary cap is, they could be over the cap. They gotta move some pieces around because they do have to make some moves. They gotta help out that offensive line, protect Josh Allen, who had a tremendous season last year, a tremendous season. They gotta get their pass rush. Now the defense is pretty good last year, but they got to get a pass rush to help out, and they gotta work on that cornerback position across from Tre'Davious White. They brought in Josh Norman, who's in his mid-30s and is a free agent. In fact, I have him as their top free agent. Buffalo does not have a lot of big-time free agents, so I went with Norman. Probably not going to bring him back. They've got to figure out what they're going to do with that cornerback position. They're drafting 30th overall, so they're at the bottom of the first round. Buffalo, they've got a few more pieces to fill, and we're going to see how they're going to fill them. Miami's got a big offseason coming up. They almost got to the playoffs last year while flip-flopping at quarterback between Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tua Tagovailoa. Now, Tagovailoa was the 5th overall pick last year, and there are some people that say maybe Miami should get another quarterback. I disagree with that. I think Tua showed enough in his rookie season to show he can be Miami's quarterback of the future. Really what they need to do is they need to build around him. This is going to be about getting offensive pieces. They need to bring in some wide receivers to help him out. The receiving core, it needs to get better. They also got to help him out in the offensive line. They got Austin Jackson in the draft last year. Continue to put pieces on that offensive line. Help him out. On defense, they're going to need some pass rush as well. Miami did not have a great pass rush last year. In terms of salary cap, they're in a better position than the Buffalo Bills. They're projected to have $26 million. And by the way, these are from Over the Cap. I'll leave a link to the website down below in the description box. So Miami, they can make a couple of moves, but they can't go too crazy. Now, they also have the 3rd overall pick, which they got from Houston in the Laramie Tunsil trade, and they're also picking 18th overall. And in terms of free agents, it's the same thing with Buffalo. They don't have a lot of big-time free agents. Biggest guy is Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Fitzpatrick most likely is not going to be coming back to Miami. If he does come back, he's going to want to be a starter. I mean, that's what he's been doing his whole career. He's been getting chances with other teams. So he's probably not coming back to Miami. New England was hurt big time during the offseason 2020. Tom Brady leaving and key players opting out really hurt New England. How do they improve in 2021 and try to get back to the playoffs? It's all going to start with the quarterback position. That's going to be their top need. They brought in Cam Newton, and he did some good things for them, but he didn't do enough for them. He's probably not coming back. They also need tight ends. Tight end was a big position for them, and once Gronkowski left, they never really refilled that. They tried drafting a tight end in the 3rd and 4th round last year, but that didn't work out. They got to find a tight end to help out whoever's going to be their quarterback. They're also going to need some help in the linebacker position. Dante Hightower is coming back. That's going to help them, but they still need help at that position. That's a big-time position for them, too. They do a lot of things with their linebackers. Got to find somebody there. And in salary cap, they're projected to have $62 million. That is a lot of money. They can make some big-time moves there, and that's going to help because their top free agent is their guard, Joe Thene? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. But that's their top free agent. He's one of the better guards in the league, so he is going to want a lot of money, and there is going to be a team that's going to be willing to pay him that money, whether it comes from the Patriots or somebody else. And as for their 1st round pick, they're picking 15th overall, so they have a top 15 pick that they can use to bring in somebody that can help contribute right away. So, Patriots, don't count them out just yet. Remember, Bill Belichick is still one of the best head coaches of all time. So we'll see what he's got up his sleeve in 2021. The Jets were one of the worst teams in 2020. They were just downright awful. And now we have a new start for the Jets, and the biggest question is, what's going to happen with Sam Darnold? Is he going to stay, or are they going to trade him? The Jets have got to figure this out right away, whether Darnold's going to stay or not. Once they figure that out, their focus for the offseason should be building that offense. Wide receiver, offensive line, running back. With the receiving core, Jamison Crowder should not have been their number one, and yet he was. They got to get some pieces there. On the offensive line, Mekhi Becton had a very solid rookie season. You can build from there. And at running back, Frank Gore was their top running back last year, and he's in his late 30s. You need a young running back to help your quarterback out, whether it's Darnold or somebody else. Build the offense this offseason. That's what you need to do. Their top free agent is actually a guy in their defense, Marcus May. Marcus May's been a pretty good safety for them, so he's going to get some money in free agency. I don't think it's going to be from the Jets. I think he's going to go to somebody else, but they could surprise me and re-sign him. In terms of salary cap, they have a lot to work with. They have $68 million, which is very, very good. They're going to make some moves this offseason. Hopefully they make the right ones, but they are definitely going to make some moves because they've got to rebuild this team. And it also helps them out that they have 2 first-round picks, the 2nd overall pick, which, if they want a quarterback, they're most likely going to use that on a quarterback, or they could use that to take one of the top offensive players in the draft. And the 23rd overall pick, which they got from Seattle in the Jamal Adams trade. The Jets are in really good position to start building their team. It's going to be a while before they're ready to go back to the playoffs, but they can start building the team. They've got to get this right. They have got to get this offseason right, because if they don't, it's just going to be the same old Jets over and over again. Alright guys, that was the offseason preview for the AFC East. Next up is the NFC East, and I'll see you guys next time.